Hey, it's Madison the Black Eagle, and here's what you missed today. Um, let me bring this home to this audience because when we start talking about climate change, carbon pollution standards for power plants, Black Americans, African Americans, somehow think that they're disconnected from that. And I heard President Obama say, "Wait a minute, guys." This impacts us directly. Can you explain to this audience how and why?
Absolutely. And Joe, first of all, thank you. It's great to be on your show. Appreciate the opportunity. The president's been very clear about this issue and its impact on African Americans really for some time, even going back to when he was in the U.S. Senate. He convened a major session during the Congressional Black Caucus time around climate change and the impact on African Americans, and in fact helped to launch a new organization that looked exactly at this set of issues. The president believes that certainly there's a moral and economic issue here, but also a national security issue, and the impact on African Americans is absolutely clear. In general, over the past 3 decades, the percentage of Americans with asthma has more than doubled. But with respect to African Americans, especially African American children, from 2001 to 2005, black children, regardless of family income, reported higher rates of asthma than any other population in this country. Black children are twice as likely to be hospitalized for asthma and 4 times as likely to die from asthma as white children. So, as the president said very powerfully, Joe, the other day when he announced this Clean Power Plan, this has a real pertinence to the African American community. It's really important.
But talk to us as to the thinking at the White House and the impact that this has on the country.
Well, if we're going to, as we should, reduce recidivism and have a more effective criminal justice system and acknowledge that the vast majority of people who are incarcerated come back to their communities, we don't want them to go back to prison. And we know that the path to prison, the pipeline, as we call it, is paved in many ways by lack of educational opportunities. So it stands to reason if we want to make sure that when people re-enter society, that they don't return again. A big part of that is making sure that there is strong education in our correctional systems, particularly post-secondary education. So there are statistics on this, Joe, that are very clear that have been done by the Justice Department, for example, about the impact of providing correctional education to incarcerated individuals. They were found in 2013 study to be 43% less likely to return to prison. And so it's clear, right? And it's a matter of what do we want to invest in?
Now,
More prisons or better education?
so how does it work? Let's say I'm an administrator at a community college.
Uh-huh.
How can I be part of this program, and how would it be implemented?
Well, the Secretary of Education has, because of the ban that you mentioned, right? Folks would say, well, how can he do this? Well, he has some authority. Again, this is about using the authority that's available to us and not waiting for Congress to do something.
Okay.
He has authority to do some experimental programs.
All right.
And so this is an experimental program that will be tried in a limited number of correctional institutions tied to Pell Grant opportunities. Now, in Maryland, what Goucher College has been doing, and that's why when we went to Jessup last week, we were able to highlight that program. Goucher